Right, if you just listen to what the gentleman's got to say.
What's your name?
It's Kieran.
So my name's Kieran. I'm the director of the Vaults. I've just come out as instructed by the police to let you know
Speak up,
cancelling the show for the rest of the week.
We're cancelling the show for the rest of the week.
That's okay, thank you.
Yeah?
Okay, that's
We'll be back tomorrow.
No, listen, what the gentleman has said is that the show is cancelled for the rest of the week.
No, we don't need that. I'll speak to the bar.
I'll speak to you as well about tomorrow because we don't want anybody here. We can have a small presence, but that's it.
Okay.
Yeah?
But he said it's been cancelled.
Yes, it has, but I know there's a trust thing going on, so
yeah.
I'd like to...
And I was present when he took the phone call, so
yeah,
and my representation to the gentleman was that the show be cancelled as well.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
I'm happy the show has been cancelled for the rest of the week. I am happy with that. The Barbican will put out their own statement.
See how it's why we stayed there?
So imagine if you left. Kieran from the Vaults came out and has said to us that the show has been he's disappointed, but we don't care. The show has been cancelled. The show has been cancelled for the whole week. The Barbican will be issuing a statement which will probably be related to public safety, but we don't care because we came and we showed them the show will not go on, and we shut it down. We shut it down. We shut it down. We shut it down. I want to say, Black Power. Our ancestors are proud. We have made our ancestors proud. Their memory will not be. Their memory will not be used for art. Their memories will not be used for art. Do you understand?
I am so jubilant, man. Like, it just shows power to the people. We can do this. You know what I mean? If there's an injustice, speak out. Say you don't want to be a part, you don't want it to happen on your... Do you know what I mean? We're living here. We are part of this world too. And for so long, the black voice, the black opinion, it's always been, it's just discarded. No one cares about it. And this just shows that our opinions matter. Our ancestors matter to us. You know what I mean? They've protected us. They've guided us. They've shut this shit down. I'm sorry to swear, man, but big ups, man. Enough love to everyone who supported it as well.
I feel good.
You feel good? Why are you feeling good? Tell us.
Because we came out here with a mission, it's been accomplished.
Yeah? Do you think you do it on the first day?
Didn't think so, actually. I thought it would take a whole week. They seem to be, they've been really arrogant for the past, I don't know how long, you know. They received the signatures, they weren't trying to hear it. So it's good to see that our voices have been heard today.
Overjoyed with the action. This is a testament to the power of the people. Like, you know, they were determined to play it. They were determined to make sure it go on. And when you're persistent and you've got the ancestors behind you, then this is evidence.
Did you think it'd be done so quickly?
It can be done. It can be done. You have to take until the day of the opening for them to be closed. Imagine. Persistence, the fire, and yeah, everyone there deserves enough love. Yeah, they're representing the wider community.
We need word, sound, and power.
always protested.
Really?
You know, when we go shopping and if something went wrong and they wanted to give me a cover note.
I gotta tell you the story actually. My mum bought me a pair of boots for school from Grant's in Lewisham, and they said they were leather and they weren't, and they began to peel. So my mum sat outside Grant's because they wanted to give her a cover note. So she sat outside, protested, told people not to go in, showed them the shoes, and she got her money back.
Wow.
So as from a young child, I've always seen my mum as a very strong black woman, and she's always stood up for our rights. My mum was a single parent, and she's always raised me to never let anyone walk all over you. So I've always had that, and I've got it from her. So when people say they're inspired, I'm inspired because of my mum. Wow. And I love her dearly.
Yeah, and I'm inspired now at my age by my daughter.
Wow.
To see that she can gather so many people together, you know, and let them believe in her to fight this cause. And it was an important issue, and you know, the way that they dealt with it was really admirable. Wonderful.
It was beautiful.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. And to you, Sarah,
Yes.
could you in your wildest dreams expect what's happened tonight?
Do you know what? I think yesterday and this morning, I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be one long week of protesting. But when we came down and the drummers, because we've always come with the drummers, and we brought the drums and we brought the noise. That's what we've been bringing, the noise and the drums and the anger. And when we blocked that door, I knew that was it. When they said the show was locked off, I said, is it for today? We've had to hang around to find out. And we were given a statement today to say it's been cancelled for the whole week. We've won. I'm happy. We've won.
I am feeling elated, absolutely elated. It's been a challenge, it's been hard work behind the scenes, and I don't think people realise when Sara started this, she started a movement. We all felt the same, and we came together and worked tirelessly behind the campaign. Other coalition members joined in with us, and what a victory we've achieved. I'm so glad. They told us earlier that it was just for the night, and it was heartening to hear the noise, to hear the music, to see the people, and it's just happy, happy, happy. Such a victory.
Fantastic. I'm really happy. We've achieved our goal and our aim. I've been angry, I've been sad, I've been hurt, I've been vexed for a month working flat out day and night on this campaign. We shouldn't have had to get to today for it to close down, because they should have listened. They had enough chances speaking with us, dialogue with us, correspondence with us, protests outside. But we've done it, and I'm very, very pleased. I'm not just pleased for us because we're the ones that campaigned against it. I'm pleased because it sets a precedent in terms of vile racist exhibitions like this coming to the UK. It sends a message to our elites, to the institutions who are institutionally racist, that black communities are not going to just sit back and allow them to do something that's racist and take it. We mobilise, we organise, we speak out, we're loud, and we're going to stand up to them every time they do it. And I hope the message now has got through loud and clear. Now, what I suspect is they're going to say, oh, it's for public safety, we've cancelled it. So we need to tell it as it is, you know, and everybody needs to get out there and who were here and evidence it and say exactly how it is, because there was no public safety issue. We closed the venue tonight because that's what we set out to do, to come here and to protest outside and you know, make sure that people didn't go into that event and were aware of what they're going into and how it's impacting on black communities. So it's cancelled when it should have been cancelled when we first raised these issues last month in August.
The show has been cancelled, even though it was long overdue. It's an indictment on the mindset and the mentality of the board of directors at the Barbican and also the artist Brett Bailey that felt or currently feel and still feel, in fact, that it's acceptable to exploit black people, to exploit desperate black actors who can't find work in this country, in the UK. They found it acceptable, and they still do, and no doubt they will, as we've heard, go on to New York and Paris and try to repeat this barbaric exhibition. It's not art, it's barbarism. or a masturbation of barbarism. That's what it is.
There's no doubt it was going to stop. You know what I mean? I think for me anyway, is that there was no way the show, as they call it, I don't call it that, it was not really going to go. It is very easy to stop it. So I feel it's a victory in regards to, the fact that it was cancelled. A couple of people got a little bit of egg on their faces. But generally, I was in no doubt that by any means necessary, this thing wasn't going to go on today.
I'm glad that it's been stopped, but I'm a bit disappointed they even have to get to the stage. It's like our voices are not respected. It took white people cheering with us for them to take notice. Otherwise, we'd just be another angry mob. So I'm glad that it's been stopped on day one, not even getting to Saturday. We're still going to come tomorrow and make sure it's locked off. But I'm disappointed that we have to do all this kicking up a fuss for us to be respected.
What do you think we can learn from this as a community?
That there's strength in numbers. Definitely. We've got to pull in the same direction, that's the thing. That's the thing.
I don't really ask the Barbican to put on our things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yes, as a publicly funded organisation, they should. You know what I mean? But I don't expect them to be fair. I think there's enough of us, certain things that we do as an organisation, whether under Conjure Dread or certainly JetBlakInk, ones and ones, there's enough of us to support our organisations. We start doing that, we make our own productions, fund our own works fundamentally, our own artists, you know what I mean, definitely, and then we can start to make our own work. You know what I mean, unless the community doesn't start to back us up, then the Barbican will feel that they're speaking for us. You know what I mean, and because they're obviously institutional racists, we know this. You know what I mean, they were even naive to think that they could even put this show on in this dirty location under Waterloo Bridge. I mean, come on, you know what I'm saying? Not even to put it in Trafalgar Square to give some form of respect to what they're trying to do. They put it in some dirty little cave. And so that's the point, is that, and not even to police it sufficiently. So as soon as man's then come here, we can see why this thing isn't going to go on. You put some couple of Eastern European men on the door, they weren't even ready for what was going to happen today. So we brought the drums, we brought the noise, and we brought strategy. But fundamentally our strategy has to be to fund our work. You know what I mean? And so we don't have to keep doing these things and expect Barbican to bow down to Barbican to put our work on.
Well, I'm really pleased that we managed to win this battle. I mean, as they say in war, there are many battles, so this is only one, but at least for today, it's not going ahead. We've had an undertaking that they're not going ahead, but as I said, 700 years of lies told to us as Africans. I don't think we can believe the truth of today, so we'll come back tomorrow to ensure that it doesn't go ahead. But yes, that's the right direction. This should never be happening.
I'm proud of the African Caribbean community coming out today and all the other people here today from different communities in solidarity. I think that this has really been an expression of unity and strength, letting people know that we're not tolerating this anymore. We've had enough of this rubbish, of the exploitation of our people, the degradation of our ancestors. We're not putting up with it anymore. And we can do it eloquently, and we can do it peacefully, and we can do it loudly, and we can do it committedly, and we will win small victories like this, where we're closing down these kind of shows. Because we shouldn't have to be doing this in the 21st century, but the fact that we can do it, and we can do it well, shows that we've got a lot more other protests and things that we need to be organising in our community, and hopefully those will be as successful as this one. Definitely.
I can't, I'm totally exhilarated, and I'm always feeling like this, slightly intoxicated, because our community has come together. African drummers, white people, Asian people, whole heap of African people, and we close this show down, beloved. What it means is that when we come together, we're a force to be reckoned with. The Barbican is a major worldwide global arts institution. It and its liberal elite establishment has been forced to shut this show, not for one night, beloved, but permanently. And that's down to the leadership of a black woman, Sara Myers, who I'm sure you've heard from, and the activist organisations like Barrack and many others, Beamer, who've come together to organise this thing. And this is where the unity should begin, and a lesson for us all, that when we are united, there's no power on earth that can stop us. So believe in yourself, believe in this victory. Applaud Sara Myers for her leadership, but join a black organisation. Do something to protect you and yours.
Well, I feel that as black people coming together doing something really positive, I think it's brilliant, and that we have won. But I ain't trusting it, so I'm going to be
back
double
tomorrow.
checking,
We'll be
coming
back
back tomorrow,
tomorrow.
making a few phone calls and finding out what's going on.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
Did
So
you
it's
really?
nice.
Did you really think when you came down here today that this would be the outcome today, or
No.
was you preparing for
I
the whole?
didn't think it'll be shut down for the whole week, but I thought that will have an impact on the people that came today. Yeah, I think because when we come out in force, we have power, you know, and we make it work. So yeah.
This is what we need to remember. It's
Yeah.
like we have power.
We have
But
power.
we have power working collectively, not individually.
Yes, exactly.
Today I wanted to look for the Barbican, actually the opening exhibit and the picket, but I didn't look correctly, and I went to the Barbican, the real Barbican in Moorgate, and there was no picket, but there were 4 police vans, there were 8 cops standing all geared up in front of the Barbican with the screw face. There was one huge BBC van as well with 2 cameras, people outside waiting, and no one else, nothing else. And I was there for 10 minutes, and they were just like standing there waiting for people to arrive, but there was no one, it was completely empty. And I looked up where it was actually at the vaults here. And yeah, it just shows that they are completely not in touch with the community, have no clue where the people are actually, what this is about. They just want to make up some hype story.
The fight has to be fought on every level, and it's neither strategically desirable or practical for every one of your soldiers, for anyone to see all of your troops and all of your soldiers at the same time. You always have to be in a position where you can step up and increase. For instance, if today hadn't been successful, we would have had to come down here tomorrow with more numbers. So you always, because they would have, the police certainly would have come down here tomorrow with twice as many people. Anyway, right now, I'm elated, and I think the most significant thing for me is once again we prove that once we stand together united, there's very little that can stop us. People talk about African people being disunited. For a long time I've taken to the position that we're no less disunited than other people. It just so happens that because of where we are, and because there are other nations in the ascendancy currently, the consequences of their disunity is less significant than the consequences of our disunity. So when we don't pull together in the same voice, it appears that we're more disunited than anybody else. I don't subscribe to that.
Tell us something.
You know,
you've been giving us the beat all the way through, man.
That's right, the sound of the ancestors, you know, and this is what we have to remember anytime that we do anything of this nature, defending our culture and our legacy, is that the ancestors have to come first. Yeah? And when we put the ancestors first, the power that we have is, you can't even measure it. It's immeasurable. Yeah? And because we moved that way, yeah, they were unable to stop the movement of the people. So, ancestors first. The Most High and the ancestors, always first, before we do anything as African people, and we can never fail. Official notice, Exhibit B and the Brett Bailey Show is officially closed. Peace out.
Lee, can I take a picture with
Yeah, please.
Come, Grandma. No, I want Grandma and me
You got
holding
it?
that.